Hey everybody, how's it going? So today what we're going to do is I want to talk about how can we make a line graph or a bar graph or a histogram on your Google Doc, okay? So what I've already set up is I already have my table with some data. Now remember, your data is going to have 14 points of data. Mine's just going to have 5 because this is just an example. And then I made an extra one that's called figure 1, and then I just took my title and I added line graph. So I'll be making a line graph of the growth of a pea plant in normal conditions versus a pea plant in space. And so before I jump into this, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into Google Drive. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click New, and then I'm going to click a Google Sheet. And when I have that Google Sheet up, now what I want to do is I want to take that data I've collected. Okay, you're going to take it. Now this is why we only use one point of data per cell. Okay, and that's why I was telling you not to put all your data in just one single row. And you can now copy this whole portion. So I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go to that untitled spreadsheet, and I'm going to paste it. And if it worked out correctly, now you should have this data, and it should be all there. Okay. Then I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to choose Chart. And from there, it's going to allow me, or it's going to make it for me, which is really nice. I can make a line chart. You can choose columns, because some of you said you wanted to do columns. You can do a bar graph. You can do scatter plots. There are histograms on here as well, but I just don't happen to see it, maybe because I have to move my camera. Oh, never mind. So it's your choice which way best visualizes the data that you have in front of you, okay? And so for me, I personally like the line one, so I'm going to stick with line. I think line is just, you know, it's definitely good, especially with dates and when you have time and you're trying to show growth. And then there, now I have this really nice graph. Now, how do I get this into my pea plant? Well, you could just copy this and paste it or take a screenshot or whichever, but Google actually has another way you can do that. And so what you can do is if you click here, and I'm going to insert, click Insert, I'm going to click Chart, and now I'm going to choose From Sheets, okay? When I choose From Sheets, now I can choose that Google Sheet I created. I can choose that Google Sheet I created. I believe it should be this one. Select it. And then it should pop up that lab or that graph that we made earlier. And all I got to do is import it, make sure it's linked. And that's a really important reason, because I'll show you why in just a bit. So let's say I import it. Here it goes. And you can see now I have that beautiful data. But let's say I accidentally didn't copy all my data. Like, oops, I want to make sure I have a 6th one. I want to make sure I have a 7th one. Look, as I'm adding more points of data to it, you know, as I'm adding those points of data, it's creating the graph. It's changing it here. So here, and then this one became 2, and then 3.5, okay? And so you can see that it changed it here. But not only will it change it here, but it should change it in the Google Doc as well. See how it says update? All I have to do is click update, and boom, now your graph looks good. I hope that information helped. If you have any other questions, please let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Stay classy.